Pour the roast, let's talk about the day. Laughing even if it goes astray.
Welcome to?
Well, I thought it was funny!
G'day, folks. The time is 11:57 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on the 27th of July, 2026. Now, of course, that means it's the 28th. For our friends on the other side of the planet there, a big hello to every single one of you out there. Really big hello to the city with the most community members, and that city being Melbourne, Australia. Cheers to everybody, though. I hope you're all doing fantastic today. Well, I'm Lee. I'm the guy that started this community. I'm the guy who started this video late. And folks, you are you, and you folks are funny. And how do I know these things? Well, if I was funny, I wouldn't want to be anyone else. So I'm just going to make one of those safe assumptions. And the part about you being funny, well, I got the proof. We weren't funny until you got here, and we are funny now. So you're funny, folks. Cheers to you. Another sip of coffee. Just about choked there. So before we do anything, friends, I'm going to ask you something I ask all the time. Please click the like button, the thumbs up button, the heart symbol, whatever it might be. Please click a reaction button on this video, just so I know that you're out there. Apparently that helps helps me with the algorithm, or helps the algorithm find me. And I don't really know what that means, but I do know I need all the help I can get. So please help a brother out. Thanks. I appreciate that so very much. If you've done it, I appreciate it. If you haven't done it, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And if you're on Facebook, please click next to my name. Please click that blue follow if you haven't done that yet. That is supposed to help me. I want to get to 500 followers on Facebook. We're getting kind of close, but it's been kind of stuck at 450 some for a little bit. And if you're on YouTube, please make sure you click the subscribe button and the like, of course, but the subscribe button. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Right now I'm at 600 and 670 or something like that. All that stuff would really help me out, folks, and be really appreciative. But like I said, I already appreciate you. I really do. Okay. Thank you for that. Once again, I am starting this video late. I had a tough time coming up with jokes today. I'm very tired. I'm kind of feeling worn down. I think part of it's got to do with, we've got quite a bit of smoke in the air from forest fires around us. Not near us, but around us. And I know I'm not the only one suffering from that. We're all suffering from that here in North America and in Europe too. It's been really bad. So wherever you are, I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're breathing okay. I hope you're safe. And I hope you're having a great day. Okay, with that, folks, I always ask you folks if you can share with us. I will always want to hear about what's going on in your lives. I'd love to see photos. I'd love to see videos. Now you can send photos. Actually, you can attach a photo to your message or your comment on these videos. On most platforms, at least. But if you've got some videos you'd like to share with us, whether it's maybe a animal playing in the yard, something funny that you happen to capture on video, something interesting, maybe you just got a story you want to tell or something like that, you can send videos to us and photos and all that stuff. We have a new email address at share@reallythoughtitwasfunny.com. I would love it if you would share some stuff. And I ask all the time, one person that shares a lot of stuff, and it's always great stuff, is Michelle Finnerty, who happens to be one of our mods and one of our top posters here. She shared a fantastic photo of a bee on a flower, one of her flowers. I should mention, Michelle's dealing with a broken foot right now. So Michelle, I'm sorry to hear that. That really sucks. I should have mentioned that in the last video. That's never good. So I'm sorry you got the broken foot, but you still managed to get these amazing photos. Check this out, friends. That is just a stunning photo. I love bees too. Well, I love all animals and critters, whatever, but I love bees especially. And that is a great photo. Thank you, Michelle. You absolutely rock. Now, folks, if you tuned into the last video, you may have heard that I mentioned that there was a huge storm up in a city north of us called Edmonton, Alberta, which is the capital of Alberta, the province in Canada. There was a huge storm that canceled an in-progress concert, Post Malone / Jelly Roll show. My buddy Dan, who's one of our mods here, and I call him Captain Calgary, he was up there with his buddy, and they got caught in this. And of course, the show got canceled 3 songs in. I got some video I'm going to play for you. This is not my video. I just scoured the internet to find it. Let me play this video just to give you an idea just how bad it was in this. And this is an open air arena, right? It's an open air stadium. So that's why a show got canceled due to weather. Check this out. It's going to get loud though, I think. wow. I mean, like, so that's what happened. I canceled the show, of course. What can you expect, right? It's like storm of the century. But Dan and his buddy, I mean, there's sometimes silver linings in these horrible storm clouds. Dan and his buddy, when they got back to their hotel, found out that the band Pennywise were staying at the same hotel, and they ended up meeting up with their with the guitarist Fletcher, and they for appies and drinks, and there's the group of them all together. That's pretty freaking awesome. Dad stand in the middle there, Captain Calgary. Look at those red shoes representing the Calgary Flames. Dan and I worked together at the Saddle Dome. We worked for the Flames. We also work at the at McMahon Stadium and stuff like that. But we work for the Calgary Flames organization. Dan's one of the coolest people you'll ever freaking meet, my friends. One of the funniest guys out there, one of the smartest guys, and a great singer. He really is. I'll get some of his singing, his karaoke videos on here one of these days, so you guys can. This guy's just a man of talent. So, anyways, I'm glad Dan was okay. There was that silver lining, which is awesome. I mean, you got to hang out with the guitarist Fletcher from Pennywise. So you know what, and you got out of there safe, and you got some cool stories to tell from that. So yeah, Dan goes everywhere for everything. Travels North America to follow the Calgary Flames, and goes all over the place for football and stuff like that. Dan gets around. You got to watch him, or else you'll lose him. So yeah. So happy that you're doing all right, man. Let's see what else is going on. Last night, I've had this idea that I was kind of nostalgic for VHS, video cassettes and stuff like that. I'm a big movie guy. I got a pretty good collection of 4K movies and Blu-rays and stuff like that, and a great TV to watch them on. Bit of a video snob. When I get a chance, I want to watch it in the best quality ever, or possible. But still, I had this niggling idea. I had this nagging idea in the back of my head that, I wouldn't mind watching something on VHS. So I went out and bought a VHS, a video cassette player, and a pretty good one, a Toshiba, and I bought a few movies. And last night, I connected the TV behind me. It's a little bit older TV. It's not an old TV, but this one does accept the standard AV jacks composite input. So no input, no problems there. And I had it not doing any weird upscaling. I had it in the proper format, which is basically the 4x3 square. So we got big blocks on the side. So watching it the way this video cassette was supposed to be. I watched Amityville Horror, the 1979 original release. And when I was a kid, the commercials for this, like the trailer for this freaking movie, scared the crap out of me. I found that house so creepy looking. And I think the worst part is watching In Search of with Leonard Nimoy, which was this paranormal investigative TV show that was really creepy but cool, very cool. Look it up if you don't know what I'm talking about. If you're not old like me. But anyways, that even creeped me out more about this movie when I was a kid. But it's kind of nostalgic for both the movie and the format VHS. Plugged it in, watched the movie, and I'm going to tell you, folks, I'm not nostalgic for bad quality video anymore. Just in the back of my head, I don't enjoy it. I enjoy it a little bit just because I'm watching a good movie, but yeah, I'll show you. First I'll give you a picture of the setup there. There's my Toshiba VHS player and recorder, and there is the Amityville Horror copy. I spent $12 on that. I've bought Blu-rays for less. All right, and then just a little clip of the movie. Not too much here. This is just me on my. There you go. That's what I did last night. Like I said, once again, I am no longer nostalgic for VHS, for crappy video formats. And in fact, I'm probably going to give away that video cassette player or sell it for cheap with a few movies that I have. You know what? It was fantastic in the day because it's all we had, right? When you're the only show in town, you're the best show in town, right? So, but yeah, that's done. I'm no longer nostalgic for that. But it was still fun, it really was. I don't, it wasn't a waste of an hour and 35, 40 minutes, whatever. I enjoyed the hour, 35, 40 minutes. I kind of rolled my eyes a little bit at myself for like, why am I watching this when I go watch it on Blu-ray in the other room? But still, I enjoyed it. try to enjoy myself all the time, right? Let's go on to the next thing. And the next thing is me, like I constantly do, daring you to send in photos of your pets. Or I bet you wouldn't send. I bet you won't send in photos of your pets, my friends. Whatever's gonna work. A triple dog, triple cat, triple hog, triple bat. Dare you to send in photos of your pets or videos. Send them to pets@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. Leave those photos as a comment on today's video. I want to see them. And you know what? I'm gonna show you a couple photos of my pets. You're probably getting tired of them, but hey, I think they're beautiful and cute. The first one is Morrison. Sitting there, I woke him up. I felt bad for waking him up, but hey, he was looking good. And the next one is Thatcher in what I call the tuck position. I love my pets, folks. And you know what I love? I love your pets too. I want to see your pets, my friends. Come on, send in a photo of your pets, please, or video. Pets@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. Operators are standing by now. Sorry. Anyways, what else we got going? I'll tell you what we got going. We've got some featured posts. I was going to put up my hand for 4, but I've got actually 5 today. I've got one from Douglas Cumpston. That's a name you're starting to hear a lot. I got one from Lizzie Grin. Come on, one of our top posters. I got another one from Sharon Stewart. And then I've got 2 from this jerk right here. That's right. I'm hogging 2 spots today. I'm sorry, but I thought they were funny. We're going to start off with Douglas Cumpston's post, though. Let me bring that up right now. Just funny. Don't need to explain it. All right, thank you, Douglas. Next one is from Lizzie Grin. I love Jaws. I love The Far Side. Great combination. Thank you, Lizzie. And then we've got one from Sharon Stewart. Thank you, Sharon. Now, I apologize ahead of time, but the next 2 are for me, but I thought they were funny, and apparently some of you folks think they're funny too. This one I just posted this morning. This is my life. And the 5th and final, once again, also for me. True story, folks. And thank you to you folks. You folks are the reason why so many people come here to get their laughs. All your funny stuff that you share is what's made this place so incredibly funny. So thank you, and it's because of that I bring you some bad jokes. What do you call a pointless pachyderm? An irrelevant. I haven't trusted an atom since high school science class. It's hard to when you find out they make up everything. My buddy, the Invisible Man, just turned down the greatest job offer ever. He just couldn't see himself doing it. I've heard that some people pick their nose, but not me. I was born with mine. I wasn't originally going to get the brain transplant, but eventually, the surgeon changed my mind. I hope you enjoyed those jokes, my friends. I had to struggle to find jokes this morning. That's why I'm asking you for your jokes. Have you got some jokes you want me to tell? Please leave them as a comment on today's video or send them to me via email at jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. I want to tell your jokes, folks. And friends, you know I'm here 4 days a week with a fresh batch of these stale jokes just for you. If you are getting a laugh out of these and you'd like to help us out, please consider dropping $1 or $2 in our tip jar at donate.wellithoughitwasfunny.com. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you can help us keep the lights on, keep that joke machine rolling, and keeping our imaginary cow fed. But friends, the most important thing to me is that you keep laughing. You can also help support the channel and look cool at the same time by visiting store.wellithoughitwasfunny.com. From stickers to coffee cups and t-shirts to hoodies, we've got it all. Folks, I really struggled with those jokes, so if you do have some jokes, I'm going to ask you one more time, please send them to me at jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com or leave them as a comment on today's video. I really need some jokes. And with that, I mean, if you want to tell a joke or jokes, that would be amazing. You could send audio or video to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. I would love to feature you telling a joke or jokes. That would be so cool. But I'm not going to beg anymore, my friends. What I'm going to do is say thank you again. Thank you for helping us, not helping us. Thank you for making this place the funniest city on the internet. There's so many people here, and so many more people come here just to get a chuckle every day. Like about 1.5 million visitors every day, and that's amazing. You make that many people laugh. I mean, you make one person laugh every day. That's amazing. You make that many people laugh. That's unbelievable. I mean, it is believable because it's true, but you're making the world a better place. Cheers to you, my friends. I know I said that before the jokes and all that, but it just blows my mind. Now, I am going to be back here again in a couple of days. At least that's my plan. Hopefully, I'll have some fresh jokes. And hopefully, I'll have a story or two. Hopefully, some photos from you or some video. Just let's hear about you. I want to know how you're, just as simple as how you're doing. Please leave a comment today's video. Please don't forget to click those like buttons, subscribe buttons, all those kind of crazy things. It's really going to help. I really appreciate it. And folks, I'll see you on Wednesday, my time. Of course, that's going to be Thursday for those crazy time travelers down in Melbourne. And in the meantime and between time, friends, please keep laughing.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I think it was funny.
Well, I thought 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 it was funny. Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I thought it was funny.